Greetings, YouTube. Welcome to part 23. This was mean. Stopping us at a black screen. That was mean, I know. But you're here now. So, thank you for making it to part 23. I will not delay this too much farther. Please leave a like, leave a comment, follow the links in the description, all that fun stuff. You know what to do. If you made it this far and you haven't done those things, I don't know what is wrong with you, but you're probably still cool. You could be cooler if you did the things that I ask you to do. It's really all I ask for. But tell your friends, and let's see what Morland's great machine is here. It's probably pretty great. By the way, my cats are in this room for this stream, so we'll see how this goes. All right. What do you got for me, Morland? Wow, he really made a hot air balloon. Sick. Hey.
What was that?
Nah, nothing to worry about. We have a sturdy tether connecting us to the ground. Pure Oseram craftsmanship. Well, time to give it a little flame. Aha! We ascend! Behold, the world beneath our feet. Ah, the sky at our fingertips.
The burner heats the air inside, which gets lighter than what surrounds it. So we rise.
Indeed. We're powered by hot air. Just like Stemmer. But don't tell him I said that. We are on the cusp of history.
This is awesome.
The first successful Oseram flight.
There have been other attempts?
Oh yeah! The history of Oseram flights is fascinating. And, you know, violent and frequently incendiary.
I feel like you should have mentioned this before.
Nah, the others failed because their machines were too heavy and complex. They were begging to crash. Not here. Just a pilot compartment, blaze, a burner, the orb, and a tether. Within simplicity, there is perfection. Well, at least, you know, less chance of exploding. You know, if Abaddon were here, we'd be drunk like a wastrel, crippling fear of heights. That said, he gets poetic when drunk. He has evocative rhymes about all his various ledgers. A little-known fact, Oseram poetry started as work songs in forges around the claim.
Uh-oh.
Ah, just a bit of turbulence. We shall tame these wild skies yet.
This feels like more than turbulence.
For the record, that was not part of the planned aerial experience.
What?
What was that?
Yeah, I think our tether just came undone.
Morland!
Oh. That's just a small setback. Nothing to worry about. I can fix this. I can fix it. I can. Rising caskets. It's gonna hit us.
We didn't like look up at the sky and say maybe that's a bad idea.
Stay back. No. Hey, go away. Go. Shoo.
Morland. He's in danger. I have to get to him.
No. No.
I love how
Follow his voice.
the mission prompt was
Stuck on the other side.
enjoy the
I've gotta clear
ride.
out these machines.
Oops.
Okay, that's the last one. Better check on Morland.
Hold on, Morland. I'll get you out.
Aloy! Great gears you're alive. Would you mind applying a little leverage?
Sure thing, buddy. Anything for you. After you just endangered me on a hot balloon ride.
Hey, you alright?
Oh, when that maelstrom hit us, everything fell apart. I remember dropping, and then you tumbled out, and...
It's okay. We're alive.
You know, in terms of Osram aviation, we're pioneers. And they say it's a cursed field of study.
Do you need help getting back to camp?
Yeah, no, I can make it. But I need to get the burner. It fell off when we were attacked. I mean, I can replace everything else. Except that.
I'm gonna make another one. That was a total shit show. Should make another one. Even more simple this time.
Okay, let's go.
Did you have any idea what hit us? I couldn't get a good look at it in that maelstrom.
Between the screeching and the lightning, it was probably a Stormbird.
Woof. Hideous machine. Well, at least it vanished with the storm.
Dude. What were we doing going up in the first place unless it was, like, completely clear?
Oh. Aloy, would you mind finding a way across? All we need is something to bridge the gap.
I think
I'll
I
use
found
my-
us a bridge.
I'll use my Herculean strength, Morland. I can literally push trees over with just my core.
Efficient and effective. Make a fine Osram. I see it. The burner is right below that Stormbird. Yeah. I really need to stop making predictions on what's safe.
Gotta be the same one that brought us down. We'll have to kill it to get the burner. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
So, geologically, we are currently in Red Rocks. Like, if you were looking out at Vegas from this angle, we're in the Red Rock territory here, which is kind of cool. I used to live on this side of the valley. So this Stormbird's literally hovering over Red Rocks.
I gotta keep an eye on the sky with the Stormbird circling.
Didn't even move. I'm just like, yeah, I'll tank that.
Don't waste it! Is that speed still intact?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You don't have your frosty thing anymore, buddy. You're useless now. You're nothing but a turkey, boy. Alright. Easy enough. Thanks for the help, Morland.
Ah! You've returned. Shall we get back to it? I think you were saying something before. Aloy!
It's dead.
Over here. When you have a moment. Steel to my soul. Oh, I think that Stormbird had it in for me. Or really fancied my orb. Found it. Just a hairline crack in the casing. Yeah, I can clean that up with a bit of spot welding. Assuming the ground doesn't open up and swallow us, I'm gonna say we're finally safe. Yet again, you risked your life for me and my ambitions. I wish I had Stemmer's words to thank you properly. If it helps, you've inspired me to draft up a new improved orb. Something that unites spectacle and survival.
I'm honored, but I think I'll let Abaddon and Stemmer have the next flight.
I'll see you back at the camp. I have so much to think about, so many ideas to explore. Until we meet again, may your tools never break, and may your imagination never find its limits.
You too, Morland. Before I go, I should check that Stormbird. I always have good salvage.
I mean, I admire his moxie and his confidence in himself. What I don't appreciate is his willingness to put Aloy in danger. But, hey man, if he wants to do that, have at it. I appreciate Aloy's weariness.
Oh, I can definitely find a use for this.
Yeah, if I actually played the game properly, Aloy. Alright, let's go get this, and then we'll go do that. Alright. So, okay, so Aloy agreeing to go, and she could have said no. This is actually a very interesting conversation to be had about informed consent. Because Morland has more of an expertise and awareness of what it is that was. Like, Aloy was literally pondering it while they were in it. Now, could Aloy have said, I'm not getting in this thing unless you give me all the information and tell me all the risks? Yes. So Aloy is ultimately responsible for the fact that she got into the balloon. Morland is also responsible for telling her exactly what he intends to do with the balloon. Because if he said, oh, let's get in it, and then we're just going to go up like, 10, 15 feet or so just to see if it works, and then he goes higher without Aloy's consent, that's not what she consented to. So it's this really tricky balance of the bi-directional nature of this type of interaction, where Aloy agreed to go, but did Aloy agree to go with all the information that was necessary in order to make an informed decision about whether she should have gone? These are why we have warning labels on things. These are why before people go into experiments, we engage in informed consent. Like, there's a reason we do these things. So there's nuance. It's not this is Morland's fault and this is Aloy's fault. This is why it's an important thing for all of us to consider when we're choosing what things to do, is how informed is your decision about whether to do it. And if you're the person that is in the position of expertise to do the informing, are you properly informing the people who are engaging in the thing that you want them to engage in? We got to work together on these types of things. My foot is falling asleep, but my cat is also asleep. So I may not have a right foot next time I stream.
I'll have to find whoever's in charge and take them out. must be stripping them for parts.
I'll get my spoils.
God, imagine that. You're just like chilling in your camp, and then all of a sudden your mask just gets shot off by somebody. That would scare the shit out of me. Oh boy. Where's the gun guy? Oh, there he is. Oh, I walked right past him.
Got me!
I wonder if this one's got some of those tags I keep finding.
Who did that? Who did that? Oh, buddy, are you shifting so I can move my foot? Oh, thank you so much. God, you're the best. Okay. Oh, all right. Crisis averted with the feet. Where the hell is this person? Oh, there we go.
Tags. Gonna keep them for now, until I figure out what to do with them. Without a leader, the rebels should abandon this place. But I could always deal with them now. Either way, I'm done here.
Who the hell is still alive? One of you hiding?
Hitting that at the right moment could help.
Whatever. I guess just leave the area. I wasn't really... I'm confused. Who's still alive? Is it a person on the bristleback? No.
These rebels won't be bothering anyone else.
Okay. So it was. Good shit. Oh man, my feet are on pins and needles now. But you deserve to be more comfy than me. Because you're a kitty. You deserve to be more comfy than me. Say hi to YouTube, by the way. YouTube gets to hear me talk to my cats now because I have cats now.
My focus is detecting some kind of locator beacon.
Way down in the depths.
An awesome crew. They don't look too good. I should see if they're okay.
Well, if I could get past these stupid ass things, I would. Oh. What up?
We're gonna get through this. I promise. Now go get some rest.
Do you need help?
Wish I could say we've been through worse. but I doubt any salvager has had this much bad luck on a single expedition.
Salvagers. You part of Karif's crew?
Yes. Didn't think we were that well known.
So you came here to make some armor. It doesn't look like things went according to plan.
You could say that again.
Didn't look like things went.
I had it made when we found some prime rollerback salvage out here. Then came the sandstorm, blew away most of our gear, and ran us right into a camp full of angry Tenakth. We fled, but by the time the storm died down, we found ourselves here with half our food gone. Open to attack by machines and Tenakth alike.
Sounds like you could use a hand. I'm Aloy.
Runda. I can't ask you to help for free. How about I hire you to get us what we need? Draw up some contracts.
You don't have to.
Wouldn't be a proper salvager if I didn't. Won't take no for an answer.
You mentioned your people needed food.
We lost most of it when we ran away from the Tenakth. But only a bristleback would be able to sniff it out underneath all that sand.
That's not a bad idea. I'll look into it.
That's good to hear.
You mentioned this place is exposed to attack. Is there anything you can use to set up a perimeter?
We know there's a bellowback hanging around some ruins near here. Take it down without damaging its cargo sacks, and we could use it to make new traps. Set up a cordon. I'll make it a contract.
Sounds like a plan. You said you lost your gear?
Yes. Can't be sure where it is, since that storm gave us the runaround. But I have a general idea. It's all in the contract. If you can get that gear back, we'd at least be able to set up camp properly. Make the crew comfortable.
I'll take a look as soon as I can.
All right.
It's not much, but we have some salvage to trade.
I'd prefer to just sell my... all of this. Kind of wish these just converted to shards automatically, but whatever. Oh, wait. Bye. All right.
Don't want to trade? No rust off my back.
I did. I took a bunch of your shards for my shit. A standard Ostrom salvage contract written recently and in haste. The following contract is bestowed by Karif Salvage Unlimited. Hereby engages the recipient to provide the following services. The hunter will search for the salvager's lost rations in areas where the unfortunate skirmishes with Tenakth raiders occurred. The hunter understands that accepting this contract involves inherent risks, including physical and or psychological injury, pain, suffering, disfigurement, temporary or permanent paralysis, and or death. You'll need a bristleback's nose for this one. Runda. Well, good to know that all the contracts are essentially written the same. Yes, basically all. Alright. A lot of salvage contracts. I will do them as they pop. Or like as we're in the area, which we're going to that area anyway, so that's very nice. So we'll go hit up that bristleback site, and then yeah, okay. Sweet. We're gonna go meet Della at the Arches, though. Go see what's going on with Boomer. Or Boom Boom. Right? Is it Boomer or is it Boom Boom? Can't remember her name. Boomer, I think. Like your grandparents. Try my parents. I'm old enough that my parents are boomers.
I'm getting close to where Runda's crew lost their food rations. She said only a bristleback would be able to sniff them out under the sand. I think that can be arranged.
All right, I have to do this without.
Bristlebacks. Perfect.
Okay. Override a bristleback.
If I can override one, I can use it to find the rations the Oseram lost.
Oh, baby. I don't want to silent strike it. I want to override it. Oh, can I not override them yet? Well, yeah, no, because I ride one.
I'm not gonna use it. It's not good. Gotta use it. I needed that bristleback. I have to find another one.
Oh, I wonder if I can't because my mount is a bristleback. Can I just call him?
Does it?
Yeah, there we go.
Let's see if you can help me find those rations Runda needs. Come on, come on!
Whoa, buddy. Oh, baby. Yeah. Okay. Dude, your claws are sharp. I'm gonna need you to retract those claws, big guy. Please. Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. You're the best kitty, but I need you to thank you. Alright. Bristleback snout. Smell it. Where is this at? So I gotta go. I don't want any additional information unless I ask for it, chat. You will know if I want you to give me more info.
Outpost. Whoever's in charge and stop them from causing any more harm.
You're not as sneaky.
Wow, that guy really sucks at holding a shield. This guy's not even paying attention. Whoa! Whoa! Hey, you freaking dick.
He's above us! Opening fire!
Oh my god.
I should check if there's anything with a lock around here.
Who's next?
The coast is clear. Let's hope it stays that way.
Okay.
Bet I can open that chest with this key I found.
Boom. Okay. I need to go here. Alright, find their stuff. Oh, ye bristleback with the great nose. Some say you have the best nose. The best people say you have the best nose. Come on! Well, you don't like cactus or what?
You said some of the rations were lost around here. This bristleback should be able to dig out the containers. Just gotta get off, let it do its thing. Let's see if we get lucky. Tell me you got something.
Come on, buddy.
Good job. buddy. Let's see what we
Hey.
got. Rations. But barely enough for a few people. I should check the other locations. See if I can find more.
Truffles. Yeah, right? I actually really love that they have missions where you use the machines in this way. Pretty cool.
Who's that?
Rebels.
Oh,
I'm
good.
gonna deal with those guys first.
More rebels. Love that. Stay away from my dog. What are you cheering
I
about?
think I got all of them. Should be safe to let that bristleback look for Runda's rations now.
God, you're gonna cost me a lot of money. Whoa! What the? Get out of here, you stupid ass bird. Annoying bird. I'm the Great Leon.
They're searching for me. All right, buddy. It's up to you now.
Come on, buddy, get it up.
Find something? Looks promising.
Yeah.
Now, what'd you find?
Fix your ass up. Okay. One more. Let's go. Ah. I will say I don't really like the way the waypoints work in this game. I would much rather just tell me where to go and then I find my own way over to it. This way it's like, it's so confusing because it basically wants to pull you over to a trail. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Oh god, oh god.
Machine saw me.
I shot at finding more of Runda's rations. Let's help this bristleback find them.
All right, sniff around, big dog. Oh, look at that. Route 66 sign.
Looks like
Hey.
you found something. Thanks for the help, buddy.
What did you find? You pull him up? Where did he go? Yeah.
Catch a break from this heat. Yes. Looks like most of these rations are here. I should take this back to her crew as soon as I can.
Okay. So that's good. Well, Della's right here, so we'll go do that. Go, boy. It'd be cool if this was like an homage to Cars. Forget the name of the town in the movie, but... Oh, okay. Ugh. Radiator Springs, thank you. Yep. Della?
Scraps. Pull from the arches, most likely.
Boomer's handiwork?
That's my bet, but no sign of Boomer.
Any idea why she'd be out this way?
Probably just wanted to get as far away from me as possible. During the fight, I snapped at her. Said some things I shouldn't have.
Everyone makes mistakes.
You know, back in the claim, she'd get into all kinds of trouble. Dad always said it was my job to look out for her.
We'll find her, Della. Let me look around for some tracks.
You're going down!
There. Tracks. Looks like they lead out into the desert.
What were you thinking, Boomer? Do you have any siblings, Red?
No?
Lucky you. It's just... sometimes she can really grate your gears. And sometimes... most times... I have no idea what's tinkering in that head of hers. But she's all I've got. I just hope we can find her.
We will.
Man, it's so tough when parents impart that kind of thing on their children. Where they're like, oh, by the way, Della, you're responsible for making sure nothing happens to Boomer because she's your sister. And, like, it's not actually Della's responsibility. Like, as a sibling, that's not what you signed up for. You know, I respect that siblings will take care of siblings. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't ever do that. But the idea that Della is obligated to care for Boomer and ensure that Boomer is okay? No. Her parents could have made preparations for that. Her parents could have asked her if that's something that she wanted to be involved with. That's something she could have volunteered for. But if a parent imposes that on a child and says that to them, there's a real power dynamic there that's worthy of acknowledgement, because that can absolutely lead to a child feeling a sense of obligation to something that they're not actually obligated to. And the sad part about it is it strips away some of the autonomy, because there might have been a good chance that Della would have wanted to take care of Boomer anyway. But because it was put under pressure, it takes that sense that this is her choice to do out of it. And then because a lot of times in the harder moments of caretaking, folks will lean on, I chose to do this. Like, this was my decision. And so I stand by this. I'm going to work through the harder moments of it because I chose to do this. Now, Della may have gotten to a point where she took it on and said, I'm doing this for me, not because my dad said so. And that's perfectly fine if she did. My point here is that if you're a parent, it's not fair for you to do that. You're the one that chose to bring the sibling in, not the sibling. So to impart that kind of responsibility onto a sibling it's not fair. And it's not their responsibility, no matter how bad you think it is. You unfortunately see stuff like that a lot. Right, because now there's this extra layer of anxiety and pressure on this situation. I'm sure Della would have gone after Boomer anyway, but now it's like I have to uphold my father's legacy and shit like that. I mean, it makes things way higher stakes than it has any right to be. Thank God it's not a windy day and these tracks are still here.
Tracks end here, but looks like Boomer set out some traps around the ruin. If we get rid of the machines, maybe we'll find out. Good time to pull out shock ammo.
Or just shoot him the normal way. These little raptor guys remind me of troll mounts from World of Warcraft. Oh, God! Good one, Boomer. That got me.
Razor sharp nails and on to the teeth. That thing's built to kill.
Got your tail, boss.
Let's take a look in the ruins. Maybe we can figure out where she went.
I could hear her. Oh! Where you at, Boomer?
This is Boomer's favorite hammer. She always makes a fuss whenever she misplaces it. She'd never leave it behind.
Maybe she had to leave in a hurry when the machines moved in.
Or something worse happened.
Hey, we don't know that. Let's look around. She might have left another trail to follow.
Really good. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to talk about a concept that I speak with clients about a lot and have talked about this through the years. This feels like a really good spot to do it. And it's a concept that I call counter-what-ifs. right now there is a extraordinary amount of anxiety on Della's part. Because there is an unknown here on something that's very important to her, which is where is Boomer and what happened to her? And why did she leave? And so she's answering these questions for herself with what ifs, which is what many of us will do when we are encountering unknowns or we're feeling anxiety. Problem is, Della is only indulging one side of the what if spectrum, which is what if something happened to her that is bad? Like, what if she's dead? What if she's locked up? What if she's this? And the problem is, when we ask ourselves those questions, the human brain tends to start to think that those what ifs are not questions but are answers. And when we indulge them a lot, we may start to craft a narrative that basically says the worst thing possible has already happened to Boomer. And then if you want to take it an even farther layer of bad, and it's my fault. So, when we are introduced to significant amounts of unknown variables, particularly for things that are important to us, something that I coach people to do is to consider counter-what-ifs. Which is what Aloy just injected a bit here, which is that if Della is going to ask herself, what if Boomer is dead? She has to counterbalance that with, what if she's alive? This is actually a core fundamental principle of dialectical behavioral therapy for anybody who's familiar with that, which is the idea that we want to keep people aware of both sides of the explanation spectrum and then help them find some middle ground on that continuum. If Della says, what if she's injured? We might say, what if she isn't? Whatever amount of energy that she engages in those negative what ifs, we need to devote the same amount of energy to the counter what ifs. And the reason for that is because we never want to develop unknown variables into known variables in the absence of data. The only thing you want to be using to craft explanations for the what ifs and the things that you're anxious about are known variables. Right now, the known variable is Boomer is missing. We don't know where she is. She left her hammer behind. What that means, we don't know. So if you are a person who struggles with anxiety spirals, consider devoting some energy to counter what ifs, particularly when you find that the what ifs you're indulging in are not great.
Hold on, Boomer. We're coming.
So Aloy grounding her in that a bit there was really important.
There. Looks like she headed towards the hills.
Well, let's go.
How should she express her anxiety? Just say, I'm anxious. And I want to focus on finding Boomer. Let's work with the variables we have. Let's focus on what we can control, which is searching for her footprints and stuff. Just say, I'm anxious. And it's okay to say she's anxious.
Up on that cliff.
How did Boomer get up there?
Ballistics, thanks for the 23 months. Good to see you, friend.
Broken ladder. Must have collapsed as Boomer was climbing.
So how are we gonna get up there?
We aren't.
This way.
Right. Scaling the big old cliff.
The fact that, like, literally everybody else can scale cliffs like Aloy really cheapens how, like, impressive her climbing is. Like, Boomer's like, oh yeah, I could, or Della's like, yeah, I can do this too, no big deal.
How you doing, Della?
Great! Yeah! Just, clinging to the side of this rock. Not looking down.
Oh my god. Just a random safe up here.
Made it.
Oh, wow.
What was this place?
I don't know, but it looks abandoned.
Also looks Tanakh. Middle waste disposal
A
unit.
shelter. And some kind of device. From Boomer?
Looks like some of the components were stripped.
She must have brought it up here to tinker after the machines moved into her camp back at the ruin.
But where could she have gone from here?
That wreck down there looks promising.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Boomer, is that she can't resist a shiny pile of salvage.
Come on, let's go down and check it out.
The hell of a fetch quest. I would like to sit and wait until daytime. Cool. All right. Now that we successfully sat for 9 hours.
What do you think Boomer was working on?
Probably nothing. She just likes to tinker. Can't ever seem to keep her hands still. Trust me, I've tried.
Just waiting for the big nasty thunderjaw I'm gonna have to fight.
Hey, look there. At the base of the wreck.
Tools. Bet she found another spot to tinker. Let's take a closer look.
Boy, she left a lot of stuff behind.
Yeah, she was working on something here, all right. But where? Oh!
Hey
Boomer?
there.
Gotta finish this.
Boomer! What are you doing?
Too late.
Boomer, what did you do?
Never mind that now. Here they come.
See, Boomer? This is exactly why I always say not to run off!
Use this.
Not the time to score.
Nice one, Boomer! We did it! Okay, Boomer, what were you thinking? Those machines could have killed you.
Pressure valve. Check.
Boomer.
Boom discs. Check.
Boomer!
Hey, Boomer.
Yes?
Your sister was really worried about you.
Look, I know you must still be angry, but you can't run off into the desert like that.
I didn't run. And I'm not angry.
You're not.
No. Why would I be angry?
Because of our fight, because you ran away.
I didn't run.
Well, you left me.
I'd never leave you. You're my sister. I had an idea, so I went to find the parts. See?
A weapon.
This is just the payload carrier.
Projection is the thief of intimacy, friends. It really is. Back when this quest started, I believe we talked about how Della needs to be careful not to personalize Boomer's behavior. Because instead of Della learning more about her sister, being curious about her motivations, looking for patterns that transcend the various decisions that Boomer makes, Della casts judgment on herself and the situation and assumes what Boomer's motivations are based on her own insecurities and inductive reasoning. So that in this moment, when Della says, well, you were mad and you ran away from me and whatever, she completely misses the mark. There's no curiosity there. There's no, hey, what are you doing up here? It's immediately into her own shit, which puts Boomer into a position where she has to defend herself against Della's projections. And if Della's already activated and upset, it's going to be harder for her to engage with this peacefully, and instead we'll see that defensiveness as more reason to go back at her and to double down. I see this all the time in relationships. It behooves you to be curious about why the people you love do the things they do, to give them an opportunity to answer those what-if questions instead of you doing it on their behalf. Like, Della's really missing out in some ways on understanding her sister and is exacerbating her anxiety as the result. It's okay that she was anxious that her sister left. It's understandable that she is anxious about that given how dangerous the world is. I'm not taking that away from her. But when she starts to channel that anxiety into narratives and assumptions that are personalized and are just dripping with what-ifs, it moves this situation into an area that it doesn't need to go into. Boomer's just like, yeah, I don't know, I had an idea. I wanted to go get the parts. I wouldn't leave you. You're my sister. I don't care. It's all water under the bridge. Think about how much different this quest line would be if Della was like, either I don't really know why she left, or, you know, in the past when she's left, it's because she had an idea and she wanted to go get parts. So I'm guessing that must have been that. Maybe that's what she did. If she really wanted to get sophisticated with the counter-what-ifs, that's what she could have used. Is what if she's just going out to get parts? What if this has, you know, she keeps asking herself inherently, like, what if this has to do with me? Which turns into the statement, this has something to do with me. Well, one of the counter-what-ifs could have been, well, what if she's just going to get parts? Because that's built on pattern data. Projection is the thief of intimacy, friends. We try to fill our gaps with our own assumptions. Not always an effective thing to do.
The real secret are the boom discs. Throw one at a machine, slice and dice, and then it comes back until you throw it enough times, and then it goes boom.
Yeah.
At least it's supposed to. I can't get it to come back.
Here, let me see. Ah, that's why. Pin here's off. Just needs a little cable around here. Done. Here, Red. Give it a try.
No, wait! Try it on the big machine. This way.
And there she goes.
Oh. Boomer's Shredder Gauntlet. Shredder Gauntlets fire projectiles that slice into machines and become more powerful with each catch. After 3 catches, their next impact explodes.
So you really
way.
didn't leave because of our fight.
No,
But you left camp without telling me.
you were sleeping.
Why didn't you wake me?
You said you didn't want to talk until the morning.
Well, yeah, but I meant about... I didn't mean literally.
Okay. I had to make this disclaimer back when we were playing God of War Ragnarok. I'm going to make the same disclaimer now. And I'm going to be very, 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 very clear. I am not, in any way, shape, or form, diagnosing Boomer with autism. I'm not saying she is autistic. At all. But I am going to use that interaction as an opportunity to discuss a little bit about autism and what that means for communication. Not for everyone with autism, but it's a common thread, okay? Which is language taken literally. One of the hallmark pieces of autism, as we understand it, is a inability or significantly diminished ability to read between the lines on the various social interactions that humans have. There are multiple layers of communication when humans talk to each other or sign to each other or whatever. There's what is explicitly stated. There's what's actually meant. There's the meaning that's derived based on the deductive and inductive reasoning of the person who's hearing the information, and so much more. We have different types of communication that have significant amounts of nuance, sarcasm being kind of the ultimate version of this, where there's just so much going on in there that you have to be able to read and understand on the fly very quickly to be able to hang. Folks with autism, depending on the levels of severity, have a very difficult time doing that. Hell, folks who aren't autistic have a hard time doing that sometimes. Because there's so much of a need to understand context in order to get into some of these really, deep dynamics. One of the things that sometimes happens with folks with autism is that they will take language literally. They will take it at face value to where when you say something, that is what is meant in the ears of the listener. So when Della said, "We'll talk in the morning," and Boomer goes, "Okay, we'll talk in the morning." If Della meant anything other than "we'll talk in the morning," it's lost. That's not there. And expecting somebody with autism, again, depending on severity, expecting a person with autism to read that and understand that is a lost cause. And it is something that is very important to understand if you are interacting with folks or trying to sort of accommodate or assimilate autistic folks into various social circles, which is that sometimes it really makes you realize just how complicated humans have made communication and language. Because we do so much communication beyond just the words we speak. And expecting people to read into things beyond what it is that you say, no matter where they're at, in terms of whether they're autistic or not, really isn't a good idea. Which is why one of the fundamental skills that therapists teach when we do relationship therapy is communication. And how to speak clearly. How to say what you mean. How to not leave people with open-ended, vague, cryptic, I don't exactly know what that meant, so now I have to operate on my assumptions. Clear communication is an important thing regardless, but this exchange that Boomer just had with Della is one that very closely mirrors what a conversation between somebody with autism might look like. Where Del is sort of like, well, that's not what I meant, and gets frustrated. And it's like, well, that's what you said. Am I wrong? No. You said we'll talk in the morning. So I wanted to go do something now. It's not morning. I'm not going to talk to you until morning. I'm going to respect that boundary. And if Della is frustrated by that, that's a Della problem. Because that's what you said. Complicated stuff. Is it really so bad to think a character is neurodivergent to need a disclaimer of not diagnosing them? That's not why I put the disclaimer out. I don't put the disclaimer out because it's bad. The reason I have to put a disclaimer out is because as a mental health professional, it is irresponsible and unethical for me to diagnose anyone, even a fictional character, because I hold that level of expertise. So if I was to say Della has autism, that is irresponsible because I have not done an assessment on Della or on Boomer to determine whether or not she actually fits the diagnostic criteria for autism. So it's not because being autistic is bad and I have to disclaim it. I have to do that anytime I talk about a diagnosis because I cannot diagnose any character, whether real or not, because I'm not Boomer's therapist. So it's part of my ethical responsibility and my strict adherence to that, why I put that disclaimer out. It's not a moral thing at all. All right.
What about the big machine? Yay! Red's back! To the big machine.
Yeah, but I gotta equip your thing first. Boomer's sling. Wait. Where? Oh, cool. Boomer's Shredder Gauntlet. If this thing's a Thunderjaw and I can just like shred through it with this thing, I'm gonna exclusively use this weapon. If it's like anything like the disc projectile.
How did you find your
shooter
way
thing.
to that old ruin?
I saw it when we left Camp Nowhere.
And you remembered how to get there?
Yep.
I also oh, this is so complicated. I'm going to keep it simple. This is a personal pet peeve of mine. But it's something that the assumption of incompetence is a really can be very damaging to the like overall meta of a relationship or relationships. Like being consistently surprised when people around you show competence in things and assuming that people are generally incompetent until they show you otherwise is not a great way to cultivate closeness. You don't have to like automatically assume that everybody's capable of everything, but that little exchange there, I don't know about you, but it kind of irks me. Like, and you remembered how to get there? Like there was a vibe to the tone of her voice. You know, speaking of complex communication, there's a tone in there that makes a statement that basically says, like, I'm surprised you could find it. I'm surprised you were able to track that. It's sort of like a challenge of competence. And I'm always really mindful of that with folks, because you really, like, you know, this could be a one-off thing and it's no big deal. But if this is something that Della consistently does, it doesn't feel good. Like, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you're capable.
So what's this big machine we're after?
You'll see. It's just down there.
Well, there's nothing here.
Just
Oh,
watch.
there's going to be a rock breaker or something that's going to come up. Yep. Oh, God.
Ta-da!
Ah, what's up, buddy boy?
We'll hang out up here.
Oh, it's a turtle!
Show me you got it.
Make it go boom!
I want to scan it first. Scan.
Ah!
Turtle! Yeah!
Woohoo! Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Woo! Slicer!
Oh, God. This is an interesting concept. One. Oh, my God. I gotta say, not a...
Need more. Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh!
Hey! Use the thrower!
I don't want to.
You're doing it, Red! Keep it up!
Like, I gotta hit it and then I gotta freaking catch it? Like, that's a lot to ask for, man.
Okay, better.
God damn. Dude, I can't freaking catch these things. Boomer, I love you. This thing sucks ass.
Okay, new plan.
Especially the third one, man. Like, you can't get it. God. Imagine if I was on the easiest difficulty. That would have
That
taken
was
so much less
awesome.
time. Alright.
Did you see all of those sparks when it went down?
Oh, I did.
Bursting sparks, flying metal, ba-boom!
You okay?
Ever since we left the claim, I figured I could just hammer it into her head to quit it with the explosions. Everything would be better.
And after your fight, you thought you lost her because you were too hard on her.
Turns out I was wrong about that too. She doesn't see the world like I do. Where I see a problem, she sees a way to blast through it. And I guess that's okay. I wouldn't have gotten her back without you, Red.
Boomer's lucky to have you. As for the weapon,
Keep it. As thanks. You ready to head home? I think I just got a new idea for a prototype we can work on.
With explosions?
Oh, you bet.
Yes!
Yeah! If it goes boom. Boomer's there, man. Man, wouldn't it be awesome in real life if there were just medicinal berries just everywhere? Holy hell. Alright. Alright. It was a fun quest. I do find it hilarious that there's just like random safes just... Alrighty. So that's taken care of. Can't get into that black box. Missing gear. Go to the gear's last known location. I'll do that.
I think Runda's crew lost their gear somewhere in this area.
I do too, which is why we're here.
That must be the cart the contract mentioned. But whatever gear it was carrying isn't here. I should take a closer look. Whoever took the gear did a number on this cart. Maybe my focus can help me figure out what happened.
Yep, that's damaged. Needed my focus for that.
Claw marks. Might be from Glinthawks.
Most assuredly.
More claw marks. Bigger ones. Maybe a sunwings. Whichever did this must have scavenged the gear left in the cart. Maybe if I give it something else to scavenge, I can lure it back. Then follow it to its nest.
Check to see if it's out of gas. Oh, yeah. Are you out of gas?
I think I found their bait.
Oh, God, not this. Okay.
Alright, let's find somewhere to hide.
Hide in the tall grass. Wait for the scavenger machine. Okay. I'll use this as an opportunity to say thanks for being here. I know that this game is a long haul, and the fact that y'all are here,
This is something.
is awesome.
I want to find Ruda's gear. I'm gonna have to follow this thing quietly.
Thank you so much for watching these on YouTube or being here on Twitch, whichever one it is. It really means a lot to me that you support my streams. And those of you that financially support the streams, thank you. I don't think we fought one of these things yet. Straight up pterodactyl. Come down. Come on. Hey, come on. Come down here. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Self-talk or narration that Aloy's doing, will it ever have a moment where it can get to a point of concern? Yes, I mean, maybe if the person is self-narrating that they're gonna like harm themselves or whatever, but not necessarily.
The machine's resistant to plasma.
Thank you, Aloy. Hunting wabbits.
This must be the Sunwing's nest. Let's hope Runda's gear is here.
There's another one chilling up there. Oh boy.
That's Oseram gear, all right. I better get out of here before the Sunwing comes back. And get this to Runda's crew.
Okay, good. I need to get over here, so why don't we go do that?
You're the best. You're the best kitty. The best kitty in the whole world. And there's people watching on YouTube right now. They're saying, no, my kitty's the best kitty, but they're wrong. You're the best kitty. Yes, you. You're the best kitty. It's you.
We're all just wishing for a cat cam. Yeah. Be a hard one to do when he sits on my lap like this.
That billowback run dimension should be close by.
There it is. Now, what do I gotta do to it? A bellowback's cargo sack should help them set up a defensive perimeter. Find the details.
There you are. Runda.
Cargo sack. Okay, so I have to kill it without destroying the sack.
Bellowback taken down with its cargo sack intact. I'm gonna have to be careful.
Shoot your dick off.
Got it. I should let Runda know. People who want to salvage that cargo sack.
Oh, it serves any number of purposes, Sabina. Depends on the person.
I can outlast the storm.
All right, let's turn these babies in.
Never see it to knock again.
I got what you needed, and took down that bellowback we talked about. You should be able to salvage what you need and set up a perimeter now.
This is everything. Our gear, our food. I can't thank you enough, Aloy. You just saved my crew.
I'm glad I could help.
Looks like we'll be able to make our way back to No Man's Land as soon as my crew is strong enough. But I was wondering, the rollerback salvage I was gonna use to build the armor, I lost it after we ran into those Tenakth. I was hoping you could find it for me. Otherwise, all of this would have been for nothing.
Do you have any idea where it might be?
I marked the area on your contract. I know it's not much to go on.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Aloy.
Always one more thing.
Bad Runda couldn't make the armor she wanted.
Always one more thing.
Aloy, any luck finding that rollerback salvage?
I'm working on it. I gotta get going. I'll let you know when I
Right,
find
she
some
said it
salvage.
was everything.
Thanks, Aloy.
Liars. I'm going to make a hasty generalization and just say that all Osram are liars. I'm going to let this one person represent an entire group of people for me.
Let's hope our bad luck doesn't follow us all the way back to her.
My focus is detecting some kind of locator beacon.
Yeah, Aaron wants to know why I don't trust him. It's because of Runda. Alright. Let's go. Let's go, big boy. Can't believe all therapists act like this.
Maybe I should take one more look around before I go. See if there's anything else interesting.
Now you know. Just look at how much easier it is to live your life where you just make generalizations about people based off like one of them. It's just so convenient. I represent all Raiders fans, all therapists, all Twitch streamers, all cat owners. I mean, it's a lot of responsibility.
Use my focus. Might get lucky and find it. Rollerback salvage. Nice.
Say, or it's just sticking out of the ground very easily. Rollerback salvage.
See more salvage. Hey!
Hey!
That salvage isn't yours, pal!
Take it back by force.
Big boy. Big boy, big turtle. Big turtle boy. I love the turtles. Sea turtles are my favorite animal, so I'm all about this guy. Hey. Oh, boy, even though he's a snapping turtle. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ooh.
Arms flying!
I like how his shell is like literally immune. These things really are a bitch. Woo!
Should be able to get Runda's salvage now. Might as well take the extra salvage to Runda.
Okay. How big of an area are we talking about? Okay. Kitty, you are gonna fall down. You're gonna fall down. I can't have you Mufasa-ing me while I'm trying to play games. There. Yeah, dude, snapping turtles are no joke. Like in real life, if you ever come across a snapping turtle, do not mess with it. They do not mess around, man. They are super fast, and they can take your fingers like it's nothing. Part of the reason I'm terrified of water I can't see the bottom of is because of being told you never know if there's a snapping turtle at the bottom of the lake, and if you walk past it, it'll snap at you. It's like, I don't want to mess with that. Why would I mess with that? Why would I ever put myself in that position?
I'll take that.
Dude, just highlight this shit for me. I hate running around like this. I find it so tedious. Kind of funny that your favorite critter is sea turtles. Well, sea turtles are cool as hell. Honestly, the story behind that is that I went on vacation to the Cayman Islands when I was a little kid. My dad and I went snorkeling, and a big old sea turtle swam underneath us while we were snorkeling, and it was like the coolest, most majestic thing ever. So ever since, I've been big into sea turtles. I just think they're really cool. Plus, you get the added memory with my dad. My gosh. What are we doing here?
This'll be in my stash when I need it.
I'm like in the outer reaches of this circle.
Just what I was looking for.
Yep, one more. Some real needle in a haystack shit right here. Hey, Bristleback, sniff it out for me, huh? Wasting my time. Wasting my time. I mean, come on. Would Runda really care if I came back with 4 out of 5? That's 4 more than she already had.
Shooting that should release a cloud of spores to hide in.
This whole time been riding an acid bristleback and didn't even examine it. Oh my god, there it is. Holy
This will
shit.
be enough to forge some armor. Time to take it back to Runda.
Oh. There we go.
Montress, you look like you've been in a fight.
I have.
Found your salvage. Had to fight a shell snapper for it.
A shell snapper, huh? You know, after all this, I was thinking about making a new helmet for the armor. Something better prepared to deal with a sandstorm. That shell snapper salvage might do the trick. No sense in letting your hard work go to waste.
Glad it helped.
Here, your payment.
I don't get the helmet?
Maybe when my armor wins Karev's competition, you'll come by to celebrate with us. If you have time to go back to Barren Light, that is.
I'd like that. We'll see.
Sunshot Hunter Bow. Unique Carja bow is designed to be quick to the draw, is most effective against airborne or corroding enemies at mid-range. Interesting.
Gotta admit, this is pretty good salvage out here.
I do have a lot of bows. I do indeed. Alright, I also got a lot of freaking quests. Solana's search for Amadi continues. It appears that he traveled further west. Wow, that's way west. Alright, we're not going that far yet. Zoe seeks to heal the Utaro's ailing land gods and bring life back to Plainsong's fields. She needs Aloy to go to the meeting place. That is also sort of far. Orgif wants to return his mother's lockbox to its rightful owner. All the way back there. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna fast travel our way back here. Go get his mom's stuff. This thing's heavy. I gotta get it out of my pack. What's up, guys? Oh, that's right. I gotta talk to Petra about this.
Well, look who's back. Come for another round?
How are the refugees doing?
They keep to themselves mostly, but they have food and shelter. Some even found work around town. Good thinking, giving them that Stormbird heart.
I'm glad it helped. I hope they can get back on their feet.
I'll keep checking up on them.
Then they'll be just fine. Hey, I'm looking for an Osram named Marsa. She might be working here in Chainscrape. Do you know her?
Marsa? Yeah, of course. Tough gal. Puts her back into her work. Not like the drunken louts around here. Why are you looking for her?
I met her brother out west. He asked me to return a family heirloom to her.
Huh. I didn't know Marsa had a brother. Anyway, last I heard she was doing a job out by those old Karja signal towers. Northeast of here.
Thanks.
Ostrom family squabbles ain't pretty. Best of luck wading into that muck.
Not sure I want to, but...
I have to go. It was good to see you again, Petra.
And you, Flamehair. Don't be a stranger.
We gotta go... Okay. Talk to Marsa at the signal tower. Easy enough.
You're as red as a carcass.
Come on. It's kind of too bad NPCs in this game don't startle out of the way like when you go barging around in Red Dead 2. That is one of the fun parts about Red Dead. I really love just like blasting into the clothing store and everybody's like, oh, howdy folks. Yeah. Yeah. Those were good times. People out here are a little more chill.
Petra said Porgov's sister should be working around here. I have a feeling she won't be thrilled to hear from her brother.
You never know.
But at least she'll get her lockbox back. Marsa?
Yeah? What's it to— Oh, the Nora maid. How do you know my name?
I, met your brother Porgov out west. He asked me to give you this.
My ma's lockbox. That miserable chuff stole this from me. By the forge, he broke the lock too.
Actually, that was from a rock breaker.
Oh, so he's dead then?
No. After he saw what was inside, he wanted you to have it.
Oh, then I guess guilt finally caught up with him. Let's see here. A jewel. Surprised he didn't pocket it for himself. And a letter. It's from my mom. Her last wish was that I make amends with Porgov. That doesn't make sense. Porgov caused her, all the family, so much grief. Always running off to chase easy shards instead of helping Dad at the forge. Why would I want him back in my life?
If Porgov read that letter, then maybe he wants to make amends too.
Which, if that's the case, then he should have found a way to get to his sister instead of having Aloy run the errand. Like, it's Porgov's responsibility to take that on. First of all, just because Mom's dying wish was for them to make amends doesn't mean they have to. They very well may have legitimate beef with each other, and she very well could have set some legitimate boundaries with Porgov and cut him off for a reason. So the idea that you should have to make amends with somebody just because somebody you care about's dying wish was for you to do that, you don't owe that to them. You're not responsible for that. That's not... First of all, Mom's dead. So Mom's not even going to be around to know whether you did it or not. And that's not an excuse for you to blur your boundaries. But if they did decide that they wanted to make amends and Porgov is the wrongdoer,
whatever, which I don't know whether he is or not. I don't know enough about them. But if he is, he should deliver the lockbox himself. He triangulated Aloy because of his anxiety about what it would mean to engage with his sister, and probably all the ideas that he had about whether she would accept it or not. So for Aloy to say, well, you know, maybe your brother wants to make amends too. Well, maybe he does, but he should say it himself. You are responsible for your relationships, friends. Don't be roping people in to do your bidding on intimacy and issues. You've got issues with somebody, address them directly. Communicate. Show your face.
He also asked me to tell you that he remembers the flying keg.
That lug. When we were kids, we used to grab a metal panel and slide down this big hill. But one day, Porgov got the idea to use an old keg. He climbed inside and off he went. Only, he didn't stop at the bottom of the hill. That keg kept rolling with Porgov still inside, right off a ledge. You'd think the keg sprouted wings the way it soared. Then splash, right into the lake. Thought he drowned for sure. But he lugged himself out onto the shore and shouted, "Again!"
Sounds like a good memory.
Think that might be the only time I can remember us not fighting. Just lying there by the lake, laughing till it hurt to breathe. When you met my brother, did he look okay?
As well as you can expect for someone out in the middle of the desert. You could see for yourself.
Nah. I mean, I heard some folks are headed out that way, but I don't know. I'll think about it. Thank you for bringing me this. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you. If you decide to go, you'll find your brother at a place called Camp Nowhere.
Of course he'd end up nowhere.
That's fine. So Aloy giving the information about where he is, if she chooses to go talk to him, that's fine. That's just giving information. That's not triangulating yourself. Just want to be very clear for those of you who are like, should Aloy have given her that information? That's fine. I mean, if you know, Porgov told you to go find her, but if he's like, you know, she's like, yeah, you know, well, where could I find him? He didn't say don't tell her where I am. So Aloy says, yeah, he's at Camp Nowhere. That's fine. That's just information. It's in the spirit of them handling it together on their own instead of Aloy doing the messaging for them. So, I'm all about it. Well. Obviously, I'm going to say this, and it's not going to end up turning out that way. But we're going to go get Aether next episode. Or at least we're going to head in that direction. So I'm not going to leave you on a cliffhanger, because it was really mean of me to do last time. But we are going to go back to the main quest on the next episode. So thanks for hanging in there with me through the side questing and some of the smaller stuff. I really enjoy just diving into that, breaking up the main quest with it. So the fact that you've made it through these last couple episodes with me means a lot. And I realize this is going to be a long playthrough. So if you intend to stick with me through the entirety of this playthrough, you're the real MVP. And I'm really grateful for that. So maybe we'll see Aether next time. Maybe we won't. But regardless, I am planning on going in that direction, and I hope you'll join us. So leave a like, leave a comment. Share this with your friends. Follow the links down in the description. If you're binging, I'll see you in the next one. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, I'll get it out as soon as I can. I appreciate you a lot, and I'll see you in part 24.